This is gonna make me seem like I'm a woman hater. So that's
I think I know where it's going.
I know where you're going.
When the people try to talk about how Nicki Minaj is like an icon, and and she should be put in this elevated status, I'm like,
in hip hop.
In hip hop, she has 4 studio albums. One of them is Queen, and wasn't nobody checking for that. She's had all these records where she was trying to cross over, and I think a lot of where she gets her elevated status from is at one point she was the only woman in hip hop that was holding it down. Yeah. But as soon as there was just one more, it just seemed
true.
like, and then I mean, you could say, oh, Nicki opened the floodgates for. I was like, if she'd opened the floodgates for all these other women, that it came as soon, like at one point it seemed like it was a good 6-7 years where it was just her.
Yeah. That's an interesting point that I never thought about.
And when I look at the music that she has that's lasted on a cultural level, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. She's jumped on a lot of remixes.
Well, she did a whole lot of pop stuff too.
Yeah. Like if you like all that Starship stuff, like that's a different, but like when I'm talking about in the realm of hip hop, nah, not really. Not really. When you and the thing is, she jumps on remixes and that's cool, but these songs are already hits without her.
I can't tell you, one Nicki Minaj project that stands out. When I say stands out, I'm not saying she can't rap.
Give Pink Friday, but at the same time, they had to do so much to get Pink Friday hot. Like they had to, they was dropping hype. There are songs that they shot Hype Williams videos for that didn't even make the album.
But Jay, at least you know the name of her projects. I don't.
That's not about to say. Like I know of them, but I'm not going to say I.
This is the thing.
Like
you got those people who stand for Nicki, and I understand. Like everybody's got that person, that artist, and they was like, oh, what about Monster? Monster was like 12 years ago, fam. You still trying to?
That's true. She did her thing.
You still she
and it didn't age well.
You still trying to tell us about the verse on Monster, and I'm like. Look, at this point, as far as what's in and like I said, it could change.
Yeah.
But as far as what's in the culture, and like Cardi and Megan have done way more and have had songs that have really entrenched themselves in the culture. Like, when's the last time any DJ who's listening right now said, let me play, I know it's going to tear them up. Let me play Pills and Potions. Let me play Starships. Like
probably the only song that's going to get played is
Did It On Them. That's the only one where I'm like, okay, that is, but the rest of their stuff.
That ring off though.
But what about her original, like, I mean, when she emerged with
mixtape era Nicki.
Yeah, it was Nicki and it was Drake and it was Wayne. It was a big thing.
Yeah,
right?
You know what? So, I mean, even when you talk about mixtape, I'm like, all right, when people don't talk about mixtapes, you supposed to shine on mixtapes. You're rhyming over the hottest beats that are out. You know what I'm saying? You're not constrained by what it is to create an album. So you rhyme over the Soulja Boy's donk beat and you decide you're gonna snap out. Okay, cool. That's dope. But
you're supposed
to do that.
Right.
You rhyme over the Beyonce joint, and I said, I think she's
a dope rapper though.
I think she's a dope rapper, but when you put her in this esteemed place for somebody that might have,
there are people that do that
might have maybe 1.5 good albums, when she put out Queen, I thought, okay, maybe this is going to be the one that really establishes her. And you see, Nicki, not Nicki, but Cardi and Meg are going to have to really. They moved past that so fast. Yeah, it wasn't even funny, and it's kind of messed up because they've given Cardi's got mad number ones, Nicki don't have none. Like. Maybe it was just where the industry was at the point. Now I will say that because maybe Nicki had to come in and do her thing so these other girls can flourish. But at the same time, Lil Kim and Foxy had to do things
same thing
so Nicki could flourish.
Let me ask you this though, just from a straight talent perspective, would you put Nicki's talent over Cardi's and Megan's and anybody else's out there? Because I think I would.
I think she's way more talented.
No. Please don't mistake it. But I think Nicki has wasted a lot of her time trying to cross over. And I think she's wasted a lot of her time being worried about what other people are doing. And so when it comes to her music, because the thing is, you can be more talented than somebody, but still not be able to make better music. Like a lot of times, these rappers, the people who win these freestyle competitions, be like, man, he snaps. But when it's time for you to write a song
Can't do it.
It's going to move the people
Remember Jen
for years.
That's
Good
facts.
call.
From
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was that?
Jen was cold.
106
Jen was cold.
I remember somebody dissed him and was like, "Oh, there's a billion people in China and you couldn't sell them 1 million records."
Hey, Jen was cold. Hey, that's tough.
That's messed up. You
Jen
almost
was
made me
cold.
curse.
You know, but I
That's tough right
but
there.
when you talk about Nicki, when I'm looking at her resume and you want to put her up here with, I can't even put her up there with Lil Kim, you know, because at least Lil Kim got hardcore and 𝗏𝗏 Mafia as far as like joints where I'm like, I see where it is. You can't front on those, but like she got, like I said, she's got 4 albums. I can front on 3 of them.
Era too, because I mean, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I have not listened to a Nicki Minaj album
I haven't either.
ever.
I mean,
And-
this last Drake album was the first one I listened to.
If we
real.
keep it at a buck, I'm agreeing.
I
with
listen to all of it.
Yeah.
I've listened
top
to
to bottom.
all
I've
of it.
listened to
Replay?
singles, but I've never listened to a
And that's
Nicki
where,
album.
because, you know, of course, because I'm in the, I got to listen
Right.
to everything that's in that. And
I'm
like I
with
said,
Terry. I'm with Terry
Nicki,
on that.
when she was trying to do that crossover thing, and okay, I'm going to do a song with Ariana Grande and I'm going to be in these spaces. Like,
it was working for the time.
you
But it
know,
was
but,
like-
but
it
as
was-
soon as like the new style of rap, they came out and said, "Yo, we're just going to do us." And
Well, they
we're not
pretty
gonna-
much just
and
went back.
And
They
and
just
blew
went back
right on past
to-
her.
There you go.
To Lil Kim and Foxy Brown
Yep.
with the little, well, not a little, a lot more edge. That's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much exactly what they took, that same formula and just added to it. So
It's just the updated version.
yeah, it's an updated
But-
version. I give it to Nicki for kind of standing out and taking her own lane as a female
Yeah.
MC. But
But like I said, as soon as she wasn't the only one,
yeah,
it was just like,
When I say I haven't listened to a Nicki album, I'm coming too long. When I say I haven't listened to a Nicki album like that, it's not that because she can't rap. It just doesn't draw me in to listen to it.
So that's kind of what I was gonna say. I don't feel like Nicki makes songs or makes music for me.
hip hop fans,
Yeah.
like people who just
so,
like
like-
hip hop.
And that's cool.
You know, because there are
So-
people who are Nicki Minaj fans. If I tried to talk to them about Rhapsody, they'd be like, "Who?"